Sego gayanahawi syungyat swagate huni akwizasne de galitaga ganyakahaga. My government name is Jonel Beauvais, and I'm here to represent my children, to represent my grandparents. So in my title, I always just say I work for the youngest person in the room. My job and my obligation is to them. That's who I work for. I do not take this for granted. I am very well aware of what my grandmother and her mother has gone through, and I give great gratitude and fortification to all of these women, to all of the men, to everybody that leaned into me and said, let me tell you a little bit about the power that you represent, the gift that you have to give the world. And I'm grateful for all my relatives who didn't listen to those institutions, who didn't listen to those priests and those nuns and those government officials and those institutions. I am thankful for them resisting, for them standing up, for them doing what needed to be done. And I'm especially appreciative of my community. Akwizasne, you have cultivated me in ways that I could have never imagined. I've actually exceeded my lifespan. I didn't think I would live this long. And that's really asking the bare minimum. We just want the truth to be told. And let's start there, because we all know that things that happen in the dark all come to light. So today we rise inside. Rise outside, rise like that sun, rise like the moon in the middle of the night. Rise, you were born to rise, you were born to evolve, you were born to change. Be all of that, be you. Remember, do all that needs to be done, because it is an example of you and what you represent. And so represent your families well, and your families will create community, which create nations, nation to nation building, sister nation building. Our elders, my aunties, they came together out of love for me. If anybody has ever showed up for you, you know what that feels like. And so I have nothing but honor and stature and reverence from where I come from, for who I stand here and represent. And my job and obligation is to remind you to be greater, to be more than what you think you are. I want to uninstitutionalize you and remember that your feet is on the grass. And my Auntie Bear Fox gave thanks to the grass. She gave thanks to the animals. She gave thanks to all creation for coming together so that we could start being the real practitioners of truth and reconciliation. So I just wanted to let you know that obviously I have a lot to say. I have a lot of love to represent, and I have my children here, and I have children at home. And I just want to say that I'm so appreciative of this moment, for Don, for the media, to every person that comes into agreement and in alignment, your contributions to Indigenous communities and to your allyship and to your own maturity. We are here to remind you to be stewards to the earth, because you forgot. And it was deliberate. These institutional ways of moving don't remind you to be free inside. Be free inside. And remember that. But here I am, here with you, trying to remember and trying to create a new memory, so that all these babies and all of your families, when you leave here, you bring the medicine from this fire and you bring it into your home, and you make sure that your family and their children and their children and their children know the truth.